दुनिया के किसी भी हिस्से में इतनी ज़्यादा नहीं है जितनी इस भूभाग में है। और वो कोई नई शिफ्टिंग या माइग्रेशन ऑफ पॉपुलेशन नहीं है। जब से सृष्टि की रचना हुई होगी या शायद उसके बाद मनुष्य की जो ज़रूरत हैं उनकी आपूर्ति के लिए उसने अपने हैबिटेशन की जब तलाश की होगी, तो मुझे लगता है कि दुनिया में सबसे अच्छा अगर कोई भूभाग उसको मिला रहने के लिए तो ये था। और यहाँ भी अब इज़राइल की बात की। इज़राइल एक अपने आप में उसकी ज़रूरत है और जिस तरह की से वो उस ज़रूरत को पूरा कर रहा है उसको करनी पड़ेगी। लेकिन यहाँ जब से सिविलाइजेशन सभ्यता का विकास हुआ, यहाँ जो जनसंख्या हुई और उसमें भी ख़ास तौर पे आप ये देख रहे हैं कि जो भी पेरेनियल रिवर्स हैं उनके साथ साथ ज़्यादा हैबिटेशन, ज़्यादा पॉपुलेशन। और ये भी सच है कि आने वाले समय में पानी एक बहुत बड़ी समस्या इस भूभाग के लिए होगी। और समस्या भी इसलिए, आपने कहा कि मैपिंग से हम ये असरटेन करके देंगे कि किस रीजन में कितना ग्राउंड वाटर की अवेलेबिलिटी है, उपलब्ध है, और कैसे उसका प्रयोग हो सकता है और कितने दिन तक वो चल सकता है। लेकिन ग्रीन रेवोल्यूशन जब देश में आया और वो भी उस हिस्से में जो हिमालयन रेंजेस हैं, जहाँ पेरेनियल सिस्टम है रिवर्स में, उसका दोहन, उसकी एक्सप्लॉयटेशन दोनों तरीके से हुई, ग्राउंड वाटर की भी और सरफेस वाटर की भी। और उसकी वजह ये भी है कि यहाँ जो कैनाल सिस्टम है एग्रीकल्चर के लिए, वो कोई नया नहीं है। लगभग जब से एग्रीकल्चर became more important a profession as compared to the cattle rearing. Before agriculture became a profession, cattle rearing was the most important profession, and that too on the banks of the rivers, which I have explained, perennial rivers. लेकिन जब वो सिस्टम बना तो लोगों की आदत बन गई। I belong to such a place, and that too from a village, जहाँ किसान कैनाल इरिगेशन को जब तक उसका खेत ऊपर तक नहीं भर जाता उसकी तसल्ली नहीं होती। एक तो जो मैपिंग के लिए when you find new avenues where you want that a bigger area should also come under command, there should be a legislation. It may be a state subject, but there should be a legislation that in those areas which are to be included in the command area for irrigation purposes, only the system should be used as sprinkler and drip irrigation. But when I see that this can also be introduced in the system which is already here, where flood irrigation is the system, there the mindset of the farmer is not the same. They may not adopt, but where you want that system should be applicable where the least water is used for agriculture purposes. दूसरी बात जो सेक्रेटरी साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी ने कही कि जो पेस्टिसाइड्स हैं या दूसरे जो केमिकल फर्टिलाइज़र हैं उनका जो यूज़ है वो अल्टीमेटली it percolates down to groundwater and then water becomes contaminated. But if you compare this contamination with the contamination which originates from Delhi, and that is, the latest figure available is 52% of contaminated water, even after treatment, that goes to Yamuna. When we talk of cleaning of Ganga, that doesn't mean that Ganga itself can be clean. Every tributary, and especially the Yamuna, that is the troublesome, that is the bottleneck for the cleanliness of Ganga. And I am one of the advocates which I plead is that on the upper reaches of every tributary of Ganga, there should be some regulation of water so that the quantity which is required, the flow which is to be required, that can be only maintained when we have certain regulated dams on the upper reaches of all the tributaries of Ganga. And then you would also have to reshuffle your mapping when it comes to operationalized. Mapping, of course, geo mapping, I am not a student of, I am purely a political man without knowledge of any science and technology, but I can understand that this may be a good information which would be provided by the mapping of the availability of water, underground water, groundwater. But this can only be used in the best way when the system, because this is a fashion of today, that every man who is supposed to be environmentalist, he is taken care of by the press or media of this country. So he would plead any damn thing on the earth. No, Ganga, it should not be disturbed. The flow should be maintained and all that. And they talk of then uprooting of habitations, submerging of lot of areas. I give one example. You just, because as a scientist, you must see the social aspects of all this. In my state, I belong to Haryana. The total forest cover in our state is 6.6%. And when we grow on the foothills or even down the stream, this eucalyptus and poplar, the forest cover, it grows to the extent of 16%. That means 10% addition. That is called forest cover. And of course, this is in a way cultivation. But Can't you, how can you deny that this is not the coverage, forest cover? This is. So, down the line, these things are to be looked at. There you find that groundwater which is used, I am talking of my ministry, 85% of the drinking water which we made available to the rural areas of our country, that is groundwater. And only 15% water which is available is from the surface water. Now with the depletion, and that too rapid depletion of groundwater availability, scientifically you know better, this gives birth to lot of diseases which are called waterborne diseases. I don't see there is any alternative for drinking water unless we reverse the trend. We will have to find out that how surface water is provided to 85% of our population in the rural areas, and of course 15% would be where we are not in a position to provide. So for that, bulk water is the only, surface bulk water is only alternative, and that too we will have to create, or we will have to see regenerate the reservoirs, water bodies which we have lost. And also too, when I talk of providing regulated flow in the perennial rivers, then we will have to provide escapes to those rivers on the both sides, so that those escapes can be converted as storages, water storage to a great extent, and therefrom you can supply surface water for drinking purposes, even I can say for the use of agriculture and for the use of industrial use also. And when in the lean season the flow is not that of dense capacity, then there can be releases in the same river. And creating that kind of infrastructure, you would say that groundwater, the level would come up, and not only that, when there is availability for groundwater of that kind of conservation of water or harnessing of water, the content of contaminated or waterborne disease also decreased to a great level. This is how we are to think, because we can't transfer or migrate or uproot our population in this part of the world. That you will see in the times to come, even the migration which took place in the last 50, 60 years to the Western world and to America, they would also start off thinking, coming back to this country. So this aspect, mapping of our availability of groundwater, is very important. And important in the sense, जैसे मैंने शुरू में कहा कि 2050 का आप टारगेट अगर उसको पीछे करोगे, मैं आपको एक एग्जांपल देके बताता हूँ. हमारे गांव के पास एक गांव था, वहाँ एक कॉमरेड थे और उसको बोलने का बहुत शौक था. सुबह सर्दियों में हो, गर्मियों में हो, वो एक मकान के दीवार के साथ आके बैठ जाता और जो भी कोई न्यूज़पेपर आता उसको पहले पढ़ता, फिर गांव वालों को सुनाता, और अल्टीमेटली वो ये बोलता कि देखो क्रांति होगी, क्लासलेस सोसाइटी बनेगी, सब बराबर होंगे, सबके हक बराबर होंगे और सब सुख और समृद्धि आएगी समाज के अंदर। ये उसका डेली का रूटीन था। एक दिन जिस दीवार के साथ लग के वो बैठता था और जो 10, 5, 20 लोग बैठ के उसकी बात सुनते थे, उस दीवार वाले का जो घर था उसके मालिक का देहांत हो गया और उसके छोटे बच्चे थे। तो उस कॉमरेड को वो पूछते हैं, कॉमरेड ये कब आएगी क्रांति, कब होगी क्लासलेस सोसाइटी, कब सब बराबर होंगे? तो कहता होंगे, समय लगेगा। कहते ये जो जहाँ बैठे हैं ये पड़ोसी, इसकी डेथ हो गई, इसके बच्चों को तो आज क्रांति चाहिए। तो मेरा जो वैज्ञानिक लोग यहाँ बैठे हैं और जो संस्थाएं इसमें काम कर रही हैं, उनको 2050 नहीं, उनको तो आज कुछ करने की ज़रूरत है। इस देश को आज कुछ करने की ज़रूरत है और ये जब तक हम नहीं करेंगे, हम उस दिशा में जा रहे हैं, इसमें कोई शक नहीं, लेकिन जाते जाते हमारे जो प्रयास हैं, बिल्कुल ठीक कहा कि मिनिस्ट्रीज़ में कोऑर्डिनेशन होनी चाहिए। आपकी साइंस और टेक्नोलॉजी, डॉक्टर साहब की मिनिस्ट्री कुछ ऐसे आविष्कार करे, कुछ ऐसे रिसर्च करे और वो ड्रिंकिंग वाटर तक उपलब्ध ना हो तो भी उसका कोई इस्तेमाल नहीं, और वो एग्रीकल्चर मिनिस्ट्री के लिए उपलब्ध ना हो तब भी। और मैं ये कहता हूँ कि जो साइंस और टेक्नोलॉजी तो ऐसी चीज़ है कि हमारी रूरल लाइफ में तब्दीली ले आएँ, और एग्रीकल्चर, जैसे प्रधानमंत्री ने कहा कि आने वाले सालों में एग्रीकल्चर इनकम डबल होएगी। डबल का अगर मैं परिभाषित करूं तो मैं ये कह सकता हूं कि ये बहुत बहुत बड़ी एक चीज़ है, बहुत बड़ी घोषणा है, लेकिन इसका संबंध तभी हम जोड़ सकते हैं जब पूरी ज़िंदगी को बदल दें उन लोगों की जो आज भी 90 करोड़ के करीब लोग आज भी उसी गांव, सो कॉल्ड विलेजेस, उसमें रह रहे हैं और परिवर्तन हुए हैं, इसमें कोई दो राय नहीं। लेकिन उन परिवर्तन में अभी तक सामाजिक परिवर्तन भी हुए हैं। मैं ये भी कह सकता हूँ कि समाज से जुड़ी हुई शिक्षा में बहुत परिवर्तन हुए हैं, लेकिन इकोनॉमिक्स जो दुनिया की है और इस देश की है, उसमें अभी परिवर्तन नहीं हुआ है। वो परिवर्तन आप ला सकते हैं, साइंटिफिकली वो परिवर्तन लाया जा सकता है और उसको परिभाषित किया जा सकता है, उसको एक्शन और जो हमारे एक्शन हैं उनमें उसको परिभाषित किया जा सकता है। और इसलिए जो संस्थाएं इसमें लगी हुई हैं उनसे भी मैं ये कहूँगा, डॉक्टर हर्षवर्धन पहले हेल्थ मिनिस्टर थे, आप कि अब की जो रिसर्च हैं वो हेल्थ मिनिस्ट्री को भी विदाउट वर्क बना सकती हैं। क्यों? क्योंकि अगर पानी पीने का अच्छा होगा तो बीमारियां नहीं होंगी और हमारे को अच्छी फसलें मिलेंगी तो हमारी आर्थिक अवस्था मजबूत होगी, तो स्वास्थ्य अपने आप मजबूत होगा। तो इसलिए हेल्थ मिनिस्ट्री को भी आराम करने का समय मिल सकता है। ये बट इट जनरेट्स फ्रॉम योर मिनिस्ट्री, इट ओरिजिनेट्स फ्रॉम योर मिनिस्ट्री, और उसमें द हेल्पफुल लॉट कैन बी ऑफ कोर्स the organizations which are putting their heads together to find out solution, to find out some innovations, and that research, which is also very important part to change the scenario. Scenario changes not only in respect of what I should say, the only scenario which is required to be changed, that is the change in our economic status of our country. And that status is, when there are so many deprivation, which is the fundamental need of the society, then of course the disparity takes place, and disparity means the problem of every kind. And then I remember the question of those villagers which they put to that comrade. So, in the end, I would say, when you have the technical session, you have the words of a man who knows only politics, who knows only social realities of life. Then, क्योंकि मैं आपको एक और एग्जांपल देता हूँ, साइंटिस्ट या जो भी रिसर्च वर्क करते हैं उनको रीमिक्सिंग की ज़रूरत है. जैसे पंजाबी लिटरेचर में पंजाबी जो सॉन्ग या फोक सॉन्ग्स थे या पंजाबी जो म्यूज़िक था, वो जब उसकी पॉपुलैरिटी ख़त्म होने को हुई तो फिर उसको रीमिक्सिंग हुई. दैट रीमिक्सिंग इज़ नीडेड फॉर दिस कंट्री. तो आखिर में मैं आपका बहुत धन्यवाद करता हूं कि आपने मुझे समय दिया. धन्यवाद.
Thank you very much, sir. You actually raised some very practical issues which needs to be addressed in a socially viable manner. And now I request Dr. Harshvardhan ji, Honorable Union Minister of Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, to please share his thoughts with us.
My senior colleague in the cabinet, Chaudhry Biren Singh ji, Secretary Science and Technology, and my colleague in the department, Professor Ashutosh Sharma ji, President of India Water Foundation, Dr. Arvind Kumar, and all the distinguished people sitting in this august audience. A lot of scientists are here, people with a lot of passion for water, state government and Government of India officials, people representing various ministries, they are all here. And I think this particular event, if we really pledge and put our heart and soul into what we are trying to do in the next couple of days, can be a foundation stone for a great future for this water issue. First of all, let me place on record my appreciation for the India Water Foundation for organizing this event. And Dr. Arvind Kumar, who is the president of the foundation, I know him for about 20 years. Many of you may not know, when I first met him 20 years back, I was the health minister of Delhi. And somebody took me to him saying that he is a very good medical astrologer. So he is in fact a specialist in water, in the sense that water is his passion area. He is a PhD in defense studies, but his other passion area is astrology. And in the field of astrology also, his specialization is medical astrology. And that's how I know him for 20 years. And then over the years, I started knowing about his passion for water issues. He started working for water issues. developed this foundation, and then I saw the growth of this foundation over the years, and irrespective of which government has been in power in the country or in the various states, whether it is North India, whether it is South India, whether it is Northeast or Central India, he has been working about this issue for so many years. And there is no doubt about the fact that there cannot be a more important and prime issue than the issue of water for any government, for any society, for any scientist, or for any research lab, or for that matter any ministry. I, as a doctor also, I realize the importance of water, realize the importance of conservation of water resources, realize the importance of developing a movement to ensure that we do good quality rainwater harvesting, and develop a movement in the country for saving water. And I know the importance of contamination of water also as a doctor, and as one who has worked in health for so many years, as health minister at the state level, national level, and as one who has worked as advisor for the World Health Organization for a number of years. I can imagine how much of devastation can occur if we are not able to provide clean, potable water to our people. And a small contamination gives rise to so many diseases which can rise to epidemic proportions and create so much of trouble. And as rightly pointed out by my senior colleague, that health ministry is always under immense tension, and you never know what is going to happen in any part of the country in the next moment, because the contaminants or the viruses or the bacteria, they are so powerful that they tear through all your processes of purification or scientific strengthening. Well, friends, anyway, my task for today has been made very easy by a very detailed presentation by Professor Ashutosh Sharma, and which was then followed by the key minister for this particular activity, because Chaudhary Saab holds the key to the whole issue. He is in charge of water, for sanitation. There's two issues which in fact matter so much, and then of course to ensure that the issues of water and sanitation, they are handled well, and more particularly for the rural folk of this country. So he has also raised very, very strong pertinent issues here. The importance of water, I think I need not emphasize here. But even at the cost of repetition, I don't know what the India Water Foundation says about what is going to happen in 2050. But I think, as far as I know, all the conservative estimates point out that by 2025, half of the people of this world, they are not going to have adequate water to be able to take care of their daily needs. And what I have observed over the years, at least since the time I